Hello, housemates, and welcome back to Planescape Torment. We have been teleported into... this doesn't really look like a jail cell. It looks like a weapons storage locker. By a were-rat who's apparently also a wizard. That's not something you see every day. We stumbled into his domain and didn't answer to his satisfaction, so, here we are. Let's consolidate some of our consumables. So these are Teeth of the Viper. They are +1, poisons target, immunity to poison. I wonder if those are better than what Morde has now. Ingress's Teeth are also... they're like 3 to 8. And they do crushing damage. We'll leave Ingress's Teeth in. They're eventually much better. So now let's see if there's anything interesting to loot. We should it's definitely a good idea to imprison people in rooms with weapons. Because they're going to want to get out. And they're going to want to be armed when they do so. So it's very convenient. It's very thoughtful, at least. If not particularly intelligent.
I'm gone.
What, you can only loot it from one side? It's pretty dumb. Gold ring, blah, blah, blah. Mace. Loot.
I'm carrying too much to move.
Oh. Alright, well, let's manage that. Morte, I don't know how you carry anything, but here we go. Put all these weapons in his care. Alright.
I'm gone.
So, the friend or foe flags in this area are messed up a little bit, or at least in the base game. So I'm going to quick save here and see what happens.
Locked.
Were-rat guards. This bored-looking were-rat seems glad of any excuse to alleviate the tedium. What do you want, meat? I'd like to get out? You would, huh? What might make it worth our while to disobey Mantuok and risk the wrath of the rats, Let's see, how about this? Think about it. I'm clearly a danger to you, and yet I'm speaking to you as an equal. Do you really think these walls can hold me if I put my mind to it? I suggest, without threatening you, that it is in your best interests to let me go. That sounds like a good way to do it. I never much cared for Mantuok's bossery anyway. He unlocks the door, opens it, and steps aside. Now get out of here before I can't pretend I don't see you any longer. You got it. Farewell. Well, that was ridiculously easy. But of course, you see, this is what I'm talking about. These guys are immediately hostile. Some of them at least.
Gone.
And the reason why this matters is you need... So we will run into not only were-rats around here, but also cranium rats. And when they're hostile, of course, if there are a bunch of them, they can totally screw you up.
Done.
And also, Many as One, whom they mentioned, if you talk to Many as One after having killed a bunch of cranium rats, he's not as... won't be friendly? He won't be happy.
I'm gone.
He won't be well disposed towards you, and it makes things a bit more difficult.
All right.
So now we have the misfortune of having to run through crowds of cranium rats in a minute. This is going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know if Many as One cares about whether you bust up some were-rats. So I will bust up the were-rats and we'll just see what happens.
I'm gone.
Alright, I don't remember exactly where Many as One's lair is. I think it's this way. I'm trying to avoid combat as much as I can. Is this it? Yes, okay, that's not so bad. Alright, so let's go in here. As you are staggered by the sound of hundreds of voices speaking as once into your mind, there's a depth and insistence to the communication that beggars speech. Speak your purpose here, biped, and speak swiftly and true. You are in the halls of many as one. You will not leave but by our grace. Know that we can read your mind and smell your lies. If you can read my mind, why do I have to speak my purpose? We can read your mind, biped. Do not test us. Well, we don't have any choice but to test him, apparently. Okay. No. I'm thinking of a name. Tell me what it is. Think Farad. There is a pause, and then, the Silent King sent you. So, it can't read our minds, apparently. You can't read my mind. Why not? You pretend you know nothing of your master. You shall die, biped. You can't read my mind, can you? The voice sounds scared. Your mind may be walled to us, but you can die like any other creature. No, I cannot. I could kill you all, and you can't stop me. I don't really want to say that. Why can't you read my mind? Tell me. We do not know. This makes you dangerous to us. Threat, danger, assassin, invisible. Then perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. There is a pause as the mind digests this information. Explain. What I mean... No, wait, let's see. You know what I mean. I have skills you can use. You have powers that can help me. Such bargains have a price. Such bargains require trust. We do not trust you. Convince us, biped. How can I convince you? Prove yourself worthy of trust. Go to the halls of the walking dead. Kill the Silent King. Kill him. Who? The walking dead are ruled by a king who dwells in a place we cannot see. We must destroy him to destroy them. He is a mystery to us. We have never seen him. He must die. What could you possibly offer me? We have much to offer. Safe passage. The lives of your friends. That's motivation? You'll have to offer me something more. We have much else to offer. Secrets, wealth, magic. The dead within these tombs had much with them when they died. All right, very well. What do I have to do?
Updated my journal.
You are wise to accept our dictates. Journey to the halls of the dead. Strike down their silent ruler. Return here, and we shall discuss reward. Very well. Farewell. All right. So, I also don't know whether that means that the various rats and such will be non-hostile. I hope it does, because otherwise it's really annoying. Okay, that dude's not hostile.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
No one asked you.
All right.
Because what I want to do is, like, loot this stuff when I don't have to worry about being jacked up by cranium rats.
Done.
Okay, good, good. Everyone's non-hostile.
I'm gone.
Okay, good. The cranium rat is also not hostile. Now, whether or not they stay that way after I loot something is an issue
All right.
that we'll have to examine.
I'm gone. All right. All right.
A quick save before I loot some stuff. Okay.
All right. Done.
It's a pretty large area here.
All right.
Those barrels hold spoiled meat.
All right.
That's pretty gross. Okay. Doesn't seem to be a lot of good loot in here. There's something. Money.
I'm gone. Done.
Rat, you're in my way. I'm trying to loot your possessions. Okay.
I'm gone. All right.
Been down here yet?
All right. Done. I'm gone.
I remember there being more stuff in here. Aha! Scroll of Ball Lightning. That is definitely worth it.
It's in my spell book.
Yeah, offensive spells are what we definitely want. Right, we've been through here, killed some were-rats in here
I'm
earlier.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Let's see, have we explored everything? Looks that way. Can we go in here? Yep. There's some were-rats.
All right.
I wonder where Mantuwalk is. Whatever. Okay, so we made a... Oh wait, there's another room. Go back.
I'm gone.
What is this room?
Locked.
Oh, that's just a passage somewhere else. Okay, so we made a deal with Many as One. Now we have to go to the Walking Dead's place.
All
the
right.
Dead Nations. And see what's going on there.
Done. All right.
Zombies are no trouble to deal with. Come on. There are a bunch of tombs to go to in here, but it's worth it to wait until after you've dealt with the cranium rats and what we're about to do here. Ooh, fancy crypt. Ah, lots of ghouls. Hargrim the Bleak. Stop. Thou have come too far, traveler, and trespassed into the Dead Nations, realm of the Silent King. Will thou submit peacefully? Submit to what? 'Tis the will of the Silent King that all who pass through these gates into our nation become prisoners of this land. Will thou submit? If you say no, everything turns hostile, and you have to deal with that. So, unless you're really ready for a fight, you should submit. Also, there's a lot more sort of little side questy stuff that you can do if you do submit. Very well, I will submit. Come, then. We shall show thee to the chapel. Know this, thou shalt be free to wander these halls, but not to leave the catacombs. Thou shalt be a prisoner here until thy death. Should thou later arise as we have, thou shalt be free. Praise the Silent King. His will be done.
Updated my journal.
I can't die, dude. Soigo. Ah, we've been looking for him. Ah, someone to aid our cause. I, as an agent of many as one, was told of your coming. We need to try and find a way into the throne room of the Silent King and kill him. Do this, and many as one will reward you. Soigo, Emmerich wanted to know where you were. Yes, I am he. Well, I knew that I didn't say who you were. I said where you are. Whatever. Good. Now, how do I get to the Silent King?
Updated my journal.
I do not know. I have been here for some time, and I still cannot find a way inside this throne room. Perhaps you will have better luck, unburdened by the hatred and bigotry that is directed toward me. Hatred and bigotry? My faction views are popular with some, but not all. The most important figurehead of this civilization do not hold them dear. I see. Farewell, then. A moment of your time before you go. Do not attack any of the undead here in the catacombs. They will not harm you so long as you remain peaceful. Should you prove hostile, they will defend themselves, and there are many of them. Lastly, you may return here if you need to rest. Alright, fine.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so this room is a little bit different, I think. Maybe not.
Alright.
It looks smaller than I remember. Here's a bunch of bandages, that'll be helpful.
Alright. Alright. Locked.
Locked? No.
Failed.
Failed.
Dakon, smash this shit up.
Open.
Forced it.
Alright, good. Battle axe quality. I'm sure that I'm carrying too much now. Let's give it to Dakon.
Done.
Nothing in that
I'm
one.
gone. Locked.
Locked.
Forced it.
Open.
Done.
Not locked anymore, it just had junk in it.
Locked. Failed.
I cannot force this.
Failed.
I cannot force.
Failed.
I cannot force this.
Done. Failed.
I cannot
God damn
force
it.
this.
No. Morty, you try and open it.
Okay. Failed.
Damn it, no one can open that.
I'm gone.
Fine, be that way.
Done. I'm gone.
Alright,
Done.
there's the Silent... I
Done.
mean, not the Silent King. There's Hargrim the Bleak. Spell here. Do I already have Blood Bridge? Yeah, well, we can sell that at a later point.
I'm gone.
Okay, Hargrim. What's up, dude? This skeleton wears what appear to be ancient priest's robes, heavy and ornate. It carries a large, impressive stave, which is capped with intricately carved horns, dangling pendants, and a gilded skull. Greetings. The skeleton, its eyes aglow like two burning embers, looks you over, but makes no reply. Are you the Silent King? It shakes its head, turning with an eerie grace and pointing eastward. It then turns to you once more. Are you Hargrim? It nods solemnly, the pendant suspended from its stave tinkling softly. There is something disquiet about its silent, piercing gaze. I have some questions. It motions for you to proceed. Why have I been made prisoner? 'Tis the will of the Silent King. The living who are caught here are made to languish in his halls until they join the Quiet Ones. Quiet Ones? The true dead, those who have no voice and do not but sleep eternally. May the Silent King watch over them. Tell me of the Silent King. Our Lord and Vision, he who makes the law and protects us. Thou would do well to start no trouble here, stranger, for the Silent King's eye is everywhere and his justice swift. Why is he called the Silent King? He speaks no more than necessary to guide us. Praise the Silent King. May I speak with him? It holds up a bony palm. With a creaking groan and a puff of dust, its jaws open and speak, "No." Its voice, deep and resonant, echoes for a long while in the vaulted chamber. But why not? Its voice booms throughout the chamber. No living creature may pass the doors that lead to his throne room. nor would I allow thee an audience even if such a thing were possible. Thou shalt not see him. Alright, I had some questions then. It motions for you to proceed. Where am I? It gestures all around itself. Within the borders of the dead nations, the halls of the Silent King. Okay, what are you doing here? It indicates its staves and robes. I am called Hargrim. I am the high priest of the citizens here. I spread the word of the Silent King to his followers. How did you come to be here? I passed away long ago and found that beyond death lies only oblivion. Fortunately, I was able to step back at the last moment from the brink. Step back? Yes. I awoke here and wandered the catacombs for untold days before stumbling into the throne of my lord, the Silent King. He spoke to me, and from that fated meeting the dead nations were born. You mentioned followers. Who else is there? We, the skeletons, other undead zombies, ghouls. There were once shadows, but they have long since fled. Sometimes one of the living spends the last of his days here. Also, to the east, far to the east, live many cranium rats. Tell me of your kind. We tend to the quiet ones, the true dead, and obey the word of the Silent King. Our work here has gone on for centuries. Who else inhabits this place? Tell me of the other undead. It breathes out its reply in a cloud of stale dust. Who? The zombies. They serve the Silent King and the dead nation as laborers. They work beneath the guidance of Stale Mary, the most intelligent and wisest among them. Tell me about Stale Mary. Stale Mary, full of grace. She is the most intelligent of what some call the Rotting Herd, those zombies which populate the dead nations. Unlike many of us, her heart did not depart at the moment of death. That is as much as can be said. Let me ask someone else. Tell me about Soigo. He tries to convince us to give up this pretense of life, as he calls it, and pass into the true death. He claims that it is our passions that anchor us to this life, and we must let go of them and our duty. He wants us to die.
Updated my journal.
Go on. Some listen to his words, but none have chosen to surrender themselves to his beliefs. Those that did would be forever silenced. Our numbers would dwindle, and all that we have here would be destroyed by what surrounds us. Soigo may believe he is doing right, but is, in truth, causing great harm. Why do you allow him to stay? We cannot force him to leave. He knows we cannot harm him. The dead truce. No undead may injure a dustman unless first attacked. Also, the Silent King wishes no slaughter in his halls. Someone else had another question. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? It shakes its head. I have not seen such a thing. Why dost thou seek this object? For a man named Farid. The skeleton draws back. It looks up and away as if peering at the surface. Blood still beats in his black, worm-ridden heart. That wheezing sack of flesh still sends his pack into our homes to raid and pillage. It faces you once more. Thou were wrong to come here. We tolerate no such desecrators within our borders. But I'm not of his pack. Why, then, art thou here, invading our homes on a fetch and carry for that miserable soul? I'm finding this sphere in return for information I need. There is no loyalty between us. It looks over you carefully, tapping its chin with a bony finger. Click, click, click. Thou do not seem the sort to follow such a man. Perhaps you speak the truth. Perhaps your presence here is tolerable. Good. I had other questions. No, never mind. Farewell. Okay, there's all sorts of talking to do here.
I'm gone.
Primarily what I want to do is
I'm
talk
gone.
to Stale Mary. There's a couple of reasons for that.
I'm gone. Done.
but before we do that, So here, before you talk to her, it is good to cast Friends on yourself. So now, when you cast Friends, your charisma goes up by a lot. It went from 10 to 18. It doesn't last that long, but time is paused in conversation. This musty-smelling female zombie looks exceptionally old, almost mummified. Her skin has the appearance of moldering gray-green leather, and one of her eyes has fallen out, leaving a dark pit in her face. Her voice is slow and thick. Greetings. Greetings. She indicates herself and speaks. Sister Murray. It sounds as if vocal cords are festering away into a soupy mess at the base of her throat. Stale Mary, I had some questions. How is it that you speak to these other zombies? I can't understand them as I can understand you. The corpse takes a step towards you, reaching her arm out to touch you. Let her do so. Her fleshless hand brushes gently against your forearm and she speaks. Listen. How is it that I can understand you? She touches you once more. I'm not going to read through all of her zombie speak. Speak to us you can, but you must do it properly. Can you teach me? She smiles, the hardened skin on her face creaking like thick leather. Yes. Please do then.
Gained an ability.
Yeah. She finishes teaching you the skills required to speak to the dead, a process she calls Stories Bones Tell. So this is very helpful. There's a lot of dead bodies that you can speak to and learn some interesting things. You actually need it to find a particular item, the decanter of endless water. Can I talk to any dead body?
Updated my journal.
Some, others too dead, must use skill. Thanks. I had some questions. She nods. Why have I been made a prisoner? Ask Hargrim. Tell me about Hargrim. Hargrim, Skeleton's leader, gives us the word of the Silent King. Concerned. Worried. Why is he concerned? Sego. Akaste. Why is he worried about Akaste? Akaste. Anger. Anger? Akaste want to kill everyone. Why does she want to kill everyone? Hungry. Angry. Why is Hargrim worried about Sego?
Updated my journal.
Sego preaches death. Preaches death. Wants us to die. Why does he want you to die?
Updated my journal.
He, Dustman. Tell me of someone else. Tell me of the Silent King. Silent King. Yes, but can you tell me of him? Silent King. What do you know of him? Silent King. Never mind. I had some other questions. Where am I? Halls of the Silent King. Let's see. Who inhabits this place? Zombies, skeletons, ghouls, rats. Okay. Rats are gone because ghouls chasing them away. Damn it. I need to talk to the Silent King. You're supposed to be able to ask her to let you see the Silent King. Damn it. That's unfortunate. Sort of wasted my friend's spell. Unless they like upped the charisma requirement to talk to her.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm gone.
This drooling, yellow-eyed ghoul reeks of blood and carrion. It picks at its crooked fangs with long, filthy talons, constantly snuffling the air about it. His flesh has turned a sickly green color, and it is covered in rot and weeping sores. Don't know if you want to be talking to that thing. Why not, Morty? They were humans once. They, or their ancestors, feasted on corpses, and this is what they've become. Pretty nasty stuff, Chief. They're little more than animals, really. Dangerous animals. Alright, let's go. No. Stupid, stale Mary. I need some help. I need to talk to the Silent King. What are you doing here? Guide other zombies. Care for quiet ones. Tell me about the other zombies. Do work of Silent King. What sort of work? Rebuild that which has been broken. Care for the true dead. Tell me about the Silent King. Fine. Tell me about yourself. How did you come to be here? Dead long time. Memory gone. Bah.
All right.
I don't know how I
Done.
get to the conversation option.
Done. I'm gone.
Well, I can still rest with Soigo so that I can get my friend spell back, so that'll be fine.
Locked.
Locked. Fuck you.
Forced it.
No, that was not helpful. Puzzled skeleton. This skeleton is muttering to itself, occasionally pausing to scratch its skull. It's old enough so that no meat is left on its bones, only a few colored rags. Greetings. It nods a greeting in return, but does not reply to you. I had some questions. The skeleton looks up at you and grunts in frustration. Not now. Forgive me, but I have the most horrid riddle on my mind and I can't puzzle it out. What's the riddle? It seems surprised. Oh? Going to give it a try, art thou? Yes, go ahead. Very well. This is from a chortling buffoon of a bone bag that you may well find nearby. It refuses to give me the answer, and it's killing me. Go on then. It nods. Think of words which end in G-R-Y. Hungry and angry are two of them. There are but 3 words in the common tongue. What is the third word? The word is something that one uses every day. If thou hast listened carefully, I've already told thee what it is. So we already know the answer because of our intelligence. I'll have to think about it. Farewell. You don't want to tell him the answer because you can go interact with the skeleton who gave him the riddle and get a little bit of XP.
I'm gone.
And that's this dude, the riddling skeleton. The Riddler. Let's talk to him. This skeleton is shaking its head and giggling to itself. It guffaws and snorts occasionally, biting down on its bony hand to stop itself. It is old enough so that no meat is left on its bones, just a few colored rags. Greetings. Greetings, yes. It sniggers, puffs out, puffs of dust flying forth with each breath. I'd like to answer one of your riddles. It titters mockingly. Not likely. Seeing your expression only causes it to laugh harder, chattering its teeth. What is the riddle, then? It nods, giggling. Dost thou want to hear it? Yes. Ahem. Now think of 3 words which end in G-R-Y. Hungry and angry are 2 of them. There are but 3 words in the common tongue. What is the third word? The word is something that one uses every day. If thou hast listened, I have already told thee what it is. Of course you have. It's tongue. Gah! How did you know? The first 2 sentences are unrelated, only there to trick you. There are 3 words in the common tongue. The third word is tongue. Oh, trolls' leavings. Oh well, just don't tell anyone else the answer, will thou? Promise me that at least. Why shouldn't I? Because I enjoy the idea of them standing about trying to puzzle it out for all eternity. It giggles evilly, holding a skeletal hand over its mouth. Well, will thou promise? I won't promise anything. Farewell. So, you don't get any XP one way or the other for telling the other skeleton what's up. Yeah. All that happens is that you get like more chaotic or more lawful, depending on whether you make a promise and keep it or not. Let's talk to Akaste. The rot stink of this ancient-looking ghoul woman is nauseating, even from a distance. Her gray-green skin is infested with tomb rot and festering sores, and her fingers, each capped by a long, curved talon, are covered in dried blood and filth. Her hair, thick with scuttling insects and worms, hangs to her knees. It hides nearly all her face in shadow, save for a fanged, feral grin and a lolling gray tongue. Greetings.
Hist! What have we here? Some pretty meat, aye? A tough little gristle. Sharpen me teeth on your bone and grow fat on ye marrow, Psst.
You must be Akaste.
I don't have to be anything to ye, meat and bones. Ye watch your tone with me, or no one will find ye in one piece again.
I had some questions.
Who are ye to come before me like a feast? Answer, Akaste.
Lie. I am Adan.
Adan.
She draws her long gray tongue slowly across her lips, yellowish drool trickling from the corners of her mouth.
Yes.
My questions?
Go. Pester Akaste while ye still live, meat. Ask.
Where am I?
Silent kings' lands, dead nations, place of marrow-filled bones and herd of dead flesh.
She licks her lips hungrily, clutching at her belly. Who else inhabits this place?
Many wander these halls, yes, marrow-filled bones, herd of dead flesh, we, the blighted ones, all ruled by the Silent King.
She spits in disgust.
Who tells us what to do, what not to do. Also, the little pasties, blooded rats.
Akaste rubs her clawed hands together greedily. Tell me about the Silent King.
Unseen king, not silent. He say we do. Marrow-stuffed bones and herd of dead flesh obey him no question. Akaste not see, Akaste only hear. One day I shall meet this one. Meet this one. Yes, Akaste strong and Silent King weak. We shall see who master, yes.
Who else inhabits this place? Blah blah blah. Tell me of your own kind.
We are the blighted ones, yes. Akaste and her lovely ghouls, her children, always hungry.
What are you doing here?
We fight, win, and feed. Blooded ones such as ye become our food in the end. Ravenous hungers we have, burn the stomach, never full. We hunger all the time, and here ye are. Hurry up and die. Be still.
How did you come to be here?
Wander catacombs, hunt and kill, crack open crypt and coffin, eat bones and dead flesh. Come here.
Akaste blinks.
Here, strange place. Akaste stay among the weak, marrow-filled bones and herd of dead flesh. Can make noise. Talk to them and they talk back.
So why have you not killed and eaten these undead then?
Akaste frowns. Not easy prey. They are not still like other bones and dead flesh are. They fight as a pack and there are many of them. Difficult to beat. Both weaker, separate, together strong, almost as strong as Akaste. So we wait.
What is it that you wait for?
Wait for weakness, yes. Wait to see how strong Silent King is. If he is stronger than Akaste, wait for herd of dead flesh to stop following marrow-filled bones.
What will you do then?
Updated my journal.
Would eat all. Hungry. Kill all small blood-fur things. Eat all rag-blooded beings. In village, eat. Catacombs are full of feast. Hungry we are. Hunt and eat.
As she talks, she becomes more agitated, gnashing her teeth and spraying spittle. Let her rant.
Hiss, kill them all, Akaste would. Tear and rend. Shred the herd of dead flesh, stupid, stupid cattle. Slow and weak, fit only to eat and rend and tear. Break and snap their weak bones. Suck the marrow from their brittle bones. Kill and eat them all.
Let her keep ranting.
Akaste want them to be quiet, still, dead, not talk and walk. Die and be still, so that it can be eaten, caught between the teeth, crack their skulls open and suck forth their brain meat, then pull open their rib cage and devour the soft parts past the skin.
Akaste smashes a clawed fist into the ground, shattering tiles in her rage. Let her keep ranting.
Hate them. Tell Akaste no. Don't hunt the blooded men who scavenge and creep in the tombs. Don't kill the blooded rats. Leave them be. Do not hunt. Do not eat. Kill them all and silence them.
She suddenly falls silent, her rage finally spent, the last echoes of her screaming dying away in the darkness. So you can offer to help her. Helping her is not a good thing to do. I mean, unless you want to be a total dickbag. What you can do is eventually you can make it such that she escapes and, like, kills everyone. And by everyone, I mean all the undead here. I mean everyone in the buried village. Everyone. So, unless you want to be a truly chaotic, evil jerkface, don't do it. I had other questions. Fine. Never mind. So, I'm hoping that maybe that will trigger the conversation flag so that I can get Stale Mary to help me out. Get some questions. Where am I? Tell me about the Silent King. No. Let me talk to Hargrim again. Hargrim can be hard to find. He wanders around a lot.
All right.
God damn it, Hargrim. Where did you go? No. There he is.
Right.
Hey. Talk to me. I had some questions. Why have I been made prisoner? 'Tis the will of the Silent King. The living who are caught here are made to languish in his halls until they join the quiet ones. Could he be convinced to allow otherwise?
Updated my journal.
After a short silence, its jaws creak open. 'Tis doubtful, but perhaps mysterious are the ways of the Silent King. May I speak with him? No. But I need his permission to leave. It holds up its palm. No, by the power of the Silent King, thou shalt not leave this place. What can I do to convince you? It considers you for a moment before speaking. Prove to the dead nations that thou mean no harm, acts of goodwill. Perhaps then I shall take thy petition to the Silent King. Is there some task I could perform for you?
Updated my journal.
Yes, perhaps. Occasionally, the ghouls will miss small packs of well-hidden cranium rats that have come here to spy. Shouldst thou come across them, be sure to slay them. Tell me about the cranium rats. They are hive-brained vermin who once came here in great numbers, feeding upon the corpses in our care. The ghouls have, for the most part, driven them back. They no longer leave their warrens to the east of here. Alright, that's all I wish to know. We have that task, and we will carry out that task right now, and then we're going to talk to Hargrim about it, and then we'll end this episode. I happen to know that they are right here. being jerk faces and casting ice knife at me. Man, missed that rat like 4 times. Alright, they're dead.
Done.
Pick up a few more tails. Let's go talk to Hargrim again. Where'd he go this time? There he is. Hey. I had some questions. I found and killed a group of cranian rats in the rubble of an old passageway.
Updated my journal.
It nods, obviously pleased. Thou have our thanks. May the Silent King watch over thee. So, can you speak to the Silent King for me now? No. By the power of the Silent King, thou shalt not leave this place. But what else can I do to convince you?
Updated my journal.
The skeleton priest hums deeply, the lights of its eyes dimming as it thinks. Soigo, rid us of that damnable dustman, and I shall speak to the Silent King of thy freedom. However, I do not seek to have him assassinated. Merely give us a reason to remove him from the dead nations. What troubles you so much about Soigo? He tries to convince us to give up this pretense of life and go into the true death. Blah, blah, blah. We already talked about all this. Okay, fine. So, we will go and see what we can do about Soigo in the next episode. We're going to end this here for now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. This is a neat little place. Hopefully I can manage to, now that I've started doing quests and I'm trying to get the Silent King's permission to leave, maybe I can talk to Stale Mary, because that's something that I want to do. In any case, please hit the thumbs up button on this video, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. If you're not going to do either of those things, then of course, I don't care what you do.